Dear viewer, let's cut straight to it. You've been there, haven't you? She walks away, maybe after a fight, maybe after a slow drift, and you're left with that gnawing urge to text her, call her, chase her down, anything to get her attention back. It's like a reflex, right? Your heart's racing, your mind's spinning, and all you can think is, if I don't do something, I'll lose her for good. But here's the kicker, my friend. That's exactly what she expects you to do. And when you give in, you hand her the power. Today, we're diving into a Stoic truth that flips the script. Silence is power. Yeah, you heard me. Silence. Not the sulky, petty kind, but the kind that comes from self-control, from knowing your worth doesn't hinge on her reaction. The Stoic philosophers tell us something brutal yet liberating. You can't control her. You can't control what she thinks, feels, or does. Epictetus, one of the old Stoic heavyweights, put it plain as day. There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. Her approval? Beyond your will. Her attention? Beyond your will. Chasing her when she expects it? That's you scrambling for scraps of something you never owned in the first place. So what do you do instead? You shut up. You step back. You let silence do the talking. And trust me, it speaks louder than any desperate text ever could. Picture this. You're at a bar and she's there. Maybe with someone new, maybe just testing you. She glances your way, waiting for that familiar look of panic on your face. The one that says, I still need you. But you nod, sip your drink, and turn back to your buddy like it's nothing. No outurst, no pleagem, no chazem. Inside, your gut might be twisting, hell, you're human, but on the outside, stone cold calm. That's Stoic discipline in action. That's silence as power. She expects you to run after her, to prove she's still got you on a leash. When you don't, you break the pattern. You take the reins back. Now, let's get real for a second. This isn't easy. We're wired to care. Too much, sometimes. You've probably spent nights replaying what went wrong, wondering if one more, I miss you, could have fixed it. I've been there too, staring at my phone like it's a lifeline. But the Stoics, they'd smack us upside the head for that. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor who somehow kept his cool while running Rome, wrote, You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Her walking away, that's an outside event. Your reaction, that's yours to own. So when she expects you to chase and you don't, you're not just playing hard to get, you're mastering yourself. And that, my friend, is where the real power lies. Here's the thing. Silence isn't just about shutting your mouth. It's about shutting off that emotional dependency. Stop caring about her reaction, her approval, her attention. Sounds cold, right? But it's not about being heartless. It's about being free. Think about it. Every time you chase her, you're begging for validation. Please see me, please want me. The Stoics would call that a betrayal of your own dignity. Why? Because your worth isn't tied to her whims. It's tied to your virtue, your reason, your ability to stand tall no matter what she does. So when she pulls away, expecting you to follow, and you don't, you're not just surprising her. You're reclaiming yourself. Let's break it down with a scene you'll recognize. She texts you something vague after weeks of nothing. Hey, how you holding up? And your fingers itch to fire back a novel. You want to spill it all. How you're hurting, how you miss her, how you do anything to fix it. But hold up. According to Stoic wisdom, that's a trap. You're handing her the keys to your peace of mind. Instead, try this. Doing fine, thanks. Short, sharp, done. Or hell, don't reply at all. Let her sit with the silence. She expects the chase. She's counting on it. When you don't give it to her, you're not just some guy sulking in the corner. You're a man who knows his value doesn't depend on her reply. But you know what's wild? This isn't about punishing her. It's not a game to win her back. The Stoics don't play those tricks. This is about you. When you stop chasing, you stop feeding that restless, needy part of yourself. You start feeling calm. Not fake calm, not I'm fine through gritted teeth, but real, deep down peace. It's like you've been carrying this heavy damn rock around, and suddenly you just set it down. That's the Stoic promise. Control what you can, your actions, your thoughts, and let the rest go. She might come back, she might not. Either way, you're good. Because her expecting you to chase doesn't mean you have to. So, dear viewer, next time she walks out that door, literally or figuratively, don't jump up. Don't text her at 2 a.m., don't try to prove anything. The Stoic philosophers tell us that true strength isn't loud or flashy. It's quiet, steady, unshakable. Silence is power. Not chasing when she expects it. That's your first step to unlocking it. You're not here to dance to her tune. You're here to build something stronger yourself. And trust me, my friend, once you get that, no one can take it away. All right, my friend, let's dive right into the thick of it. You've got the first piece down. Silence is power. Absence can shift the ground beneath her feet. But now we're stepping into the real Stoic practice, the gritty part where you face the storm head-on. Part 2 is all about this. When the challenges hit, how do you vanish when she expects you to reach out, and use that to stop letting her dictate your emotions? Dear viewer, this isn't just about playing it cool. It's about taking back your soul from the chaos of needing her approval. Let's break it down. Imagine this scenario, one you've probably lived a dozen times. She's gone quiet. Maybe after a fight, maybe just because she's testing you. Your phone sits there like a loaded gun, and every fiber in you screams to text her. Hey, you okay? What's going on? You know the drill. Your chest tightens, your mind starts racing. What's she doing? Who's she with? Why isn't she responding? That's her pulling the strings, my friend. She expects you to crack, to reach out, to show her she's still got you hooked. And the Stoic philosophers, they'd look at you square in the eye and say, stop, this is where you choose. According to Stoic wisdom, your emotions aren't her puppet show. They're yours to command. Here's where the rubber meets the road. You vanish. Not out of spite, not to teach her a lesson, but because chasing her when she expects it is handing her the keys to your peace. Epictetus would tell us, what need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. Meaning, don't waste your energy on what's out of your hands, her silence, her games. Instead, you disappear without a trace, like you never needed her to begin with. Picture it. She's waiting for that text, that call, that predictable little dance you've done before. But this time, nothing. Radio silence. You're not sulking, you're just gone. And that, dear viewer, is absence as power. Now, let's be real. This isn't some magic trick to make her run back. The Stoics don't promise that, and frankly, that's not the point. The point is you. When you vanish like that, something shifts inside. You're not just dodging her trap. You're breaking free from your own. See, predictability is death to a woman's attraction. Sure, that's true, but it's also death to your dignity. Every time you chase, you're telling yourself, I'm not enough unless she says so. The Stoics call bullshit on that. Marcus Aurelius wrote, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Her silence? It's not the knife. Your reaction is. So when you don't reach out, you're not just throwing her off, you're rewriting the story in your head. Let's paint a picture. Say she posts something online. Some vague, cryptic thing like, some people just don't get it. You know it's about you. Your blood boils. Your fingers hover over the keyboard to fire back, to ask, what's that supposed to mean? But hold up. That's what she expects. That's the old you. scrambling for her to explain herself. Instead, you close the app. You hit the gym, grab a beer with a friend, or hell, just sit there and breathe. You vanish from her radar. Inside, you might feel the pull, damn, it's strong, but you don't act on it. That's stoic self-control, my friend. You're not letting her dictate your emotions anymore. You're choosing reason over reflex. And here's the payoff, the part that hits deep. When you stop reaching out, you start feeling this stillness. Not right away, maybe it takes guts to sit with that itch and not scratch it. But after a while, you notice you're not obsessing over her next move. You're not refreshing her profile, waiting for a sign. You're just living. The Stoic philosophers tell us that's the goal. Peace through detachment. Not cold, heartless detachment, but the kind where you say, I'm good, with or without her. She might have broken your rhythm once, left you searching for answers in the wreckage. But now, you're rising above that. Her silence doesn't own you anymore. Let's talk brass tacks. How do you actually do this? First, recognize the trigger. That moment she pulls away, expecting you to chase. It's like clockwork. Maybe it's after a date that didn't end how you hoped, or she's dodging your calls. Feel that urge rise up? Good. That's your cue. Step 2, pause. Don't react. The Stoics love this. Take a beat, let reason kick in. Ask yourself, what's in my control here? Her? Nope. Your next move? Hell yes. Step 3, vanish. No text, no call, no just checking in. You're not a dog begging for a bone. You're a man who knows the more you chase, the less you'll ever get. And step 4, ride it out. That restlessness, that ache, it'll fade. You'll come out the other side calmer, stronger. Look, my friend, I won't lie. This takes practice. You'll slip up sometimes. Fire off that text you swore you wouldn't. I've done it too. But the Stoics aren't about perfection, they're about progress. Every time you vanish when she expects you to reach out, you're chiseling away at that neediness. You're building a fortress inside, one she can't touch. And the kicker? She might start wondering why you're not chasing. Maybe she'll reach out, maybe not. Doesn't matter. Because here's the Stoic truth. Her regret isn't the prize. Your peace is. So, dear viewer, next time she sets the bait, whether it's a cold shoulder or a half-assed hey, don't bite, vanish, disappear like you never needed her approval to stand tall. The Stoic philosophers tell us that's where real power lies, not in her reaction, but in your resolve. Stop letting her dictate your emotions. Rise above the mess. You've got this. All right, my friend. We've walked through silence and absence. Two Stoic weapons that cut through the noise of chasing her. Now, dear viewer, we're stepping into the heart of it, the real meat of Stoic virtue. Becoming the man who doesn't wait around for her to decide what she wants. This isn't just about dodging her games. It's about facing the hardest truth of all and building something unbreakable inside you. Let's get into it. Picture this. You're sitting there, scrolling through your phone, and she hasn't texted back in hours. Maybe it's days. Your mind's doing that thing again. Running laps, wondering if she's mad, if she's with someone else, if she's just stringing you along. You're tempted to nudge her, right? Hey, everything good? You're waiting for her to give you the green light, to tell you where you stand. But here's the brutal Stoic truth you don't realize until it smacks you in the face. Waiting for her to decide your worth is handing her your spine. The Stoic philosophers tell us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. She's an outside event, my friend. Her indecision, her chaos, that's not your burden to carry. So what's the hardest truth of all? It's this. She might never figure out what she wants, and that's not your problem. You've been there, haven't you? Stuck in limbo, hoping she'll wake up one day and say, yeah, you're the one. Meanwhile, you're on hold, life on pause, like some loyal dog waiting by the door. The Stoics would grab you by the shoulders and shake you, hard. Epictetus said it best. Don't seek to have events happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do, and all will be well. Her waffling, her hot and cold nonsense, that's how it's happening. Accept it. Stop waiting. Because the man who doesn't wait around isn't just some tough guy act. It's a stoic virtue, rooted in self-control and dignity. Let's paint a scene. She calls you up after weeks of nothing, voice all soft and vague. I've been thinking about us. She starts, trailing off like she's tossing you a crumb. Old you would have jumped, heart racing, ready to dissect every word, begging her to clarify. But now, you lean back, let out a slow breath and say, "Cool. Let me know when you've got it figured out." Then you hang up. No pleading, no hovering. You're not rude, just calm, firm, done. Inside, your pulse might spike for a second, old habits die hard, but you ride it out. That's the stoic man in you waking up. You don't wait for her to draw the map. You're already walking your own path. Here's where it gets deep, dear viewer. The Stoic philosophers tell us that virtue, real, gritty virtue, comes from acting in line with reason, not emotion. Waiting around for her? That's emotion on a leash, dragging you through the mud. She expects you to sit there, dangling on her maybe I will, maybe I won't routine. And when you don't, when you detach from that circus, you unlock a power no one can take from you. It's not about being cold or cruel. It's about refusing to play by her rules. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. If your thoughts are tangled up in her indecision, you're screwed. Untangle them. Step away." Live. Now let's talk about what this feels like. Because it's not all clean and easy, right? Say she's at a party, and you see her laughing with some guy across the room. Your gut twists. That little voice pipes up, "She's moving on. You should do something." But you don't. You nod to yourself, grab your drink, and head to the other side of the room, or hell, leave altogether. It's not running away, it's choosing yourself. The first few times, it burns. You'll second-guess it, wonder if you're pushing her away for good. But then something wild happens. The burn fades. You start feeling solid. Like you're not some shaky mess waiting for her to throw you a bone. That stoic peace creeping in, my friend. And here's the kicker. She feels it too. Uncertainty is the most powerful emotion you can create in her mind. When you stop waiting, stop hovering, stop giving her the script she expects, she's left guessing. Why isn't he chasing me? Doesn't he care? She's used to you being predictable, always there, always ready to bend. But now, you're a question mark. The Stoics don't care about her regret. That's just a bonus. They care about you standing tall, not bowing to her whims. Refuse to play her game, and you're not just messing with her head, you're freeing your own. So how do you build this? Start small. Next time she flakes on plans or goes quiet, don't fill the gap. Don't text, "You okay?" Don't call to check in. Let it sit. Feel that itch to fix it? That's your cue to practice. Take a walk, hit the gym, read something. Anything that's yours, not hers. Ask yourself, what's in my control? Her choice to stall? Nope. Your choice to move on with your day? Damn right. Over time, that itch gets quieter. You're not waiting for her to decide what she wants, you're deciding what you want. And what you want, dear viewer, is a life that doesn't hinge on her next move. Look, I've been that guy, hanging on her every word, hoping she'd pick me. It's exhausting, isn't it? But the Stoic wisdom hit me like a brick. Why am I begging for someone who can't even figure herself out? You don't need that. You're not a placeholder. The man who doesn't wait around isn't some brooding loner. He's a guy who knows his worth isn't up for debate. She might come around, she might not. doesn't matter. Because when you detach, when you stop letting her indecision run your show, you've got something better, yourself. So, my friend, next time she dangles that maybe in front of you, don't bite. Don't wait. The Stoic philosophers tell us that true strength is in letting go of what you can't control and owning what you can. She's not your judge. Her uncertainty? Let it be hers. You? You're moving forward not because she told you to, but because you decided it. That's the man you're becoming. And trust me, that's a power no one can touch. All right, my friend, we've walked through the fire together. Silence, absence, refusing to wait around like some lost puppy. Now, dear viewer, we're hitting the Stoic jackpot, the ultimate wisdom that ties it all together. This is part 4, and it's about two things: understanding that people never value what comes easy and becoming the man she was too blind to see before. This isn't just some feel-good pep talk. It's a Stoic gut punch that'll lead you to real, unshakable peace. So let's dive in, because this is where you stop playing her game and start living your own. Here's the scene. You've been chasing her for months, maybe years. Texts, calls, late night, I miss you confessions. You've laid it all out, made it easy for her to have you. And what's she done? She's taken it, sure, but she's never valued it. Why? The Stoic philosophers tell us something raw and real. People never value what comes easy. Think about it. That cheap beer at the corner store? You drink it, but you don't savor it. That rare whiskey you saved up for? You sip it slow, let it linger. Same damn thing with you, my friend. When you're always there, always available, she doesn't have to work for you. She doesn't see you. And deep down, that stings because you know you're worth more than that. Now let's flip it. Imagine her walking away, expecting you to run after her like always. But this time, you don't. You vanish, silence, absence, the works. She's out there, living her life, maybe even thinking she's won. And you? You're not sulking in a corner, waiting for her to come back. You're building something yourself. You hit the gym not to impress her, but because it feels good to lift something heavy and put it down stronger. You pick up that book you've been meaning to read, lose yourself in it. You grab a coffee with a buddy and laugh about something stupid. Not her. Slowly, you're becoming the man she was too blind to see before. Not out of spite, but because the Stoics would tell you, your worth isn't her call, it's yours. Let's get real for a second. This hurts at first. You're sitting there, alone, and that pain creeps in. She's not texting, not calling, and your mind's screaming, maybe if I just reach out. You feel it, don't you? That ache, that pull to fix it, to make her see you. Here's the Stoic twist. Sit in it. Don't run from it. Don't numb it with a quick, "Hey, you okay?" text. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." That pain? It's your teacher. You think you're figuring her out, waiting for her to come back. But you're not. You're feeding the exact narrative she expects. You, needy, chasing, predictable. Stop. Sit in that discomfort and let it carve something tougher out of you. So how do you do this? First, you quit reacting. She baits you. Maybe a vague Instagram story, maybe a hope you're well out of nowhere. Old you would have bitten, fired back something desperate. New you? Nothing. You see it, you feel that jolt, and you let it pass. Epictetus would nod at you and say, "It's not things that upset us, but our judgments about them. Her little games, they're just events. Your reaction, that's your power. So you don't chase, you don't flinch. You control your emotions, not her, not the situation. You try this. When that urge hits, write it down. I control my emotions. Stick it somewhere, your phone, your mirror. Hell, comment it below this video if you want a daily gut check. It's a reminder. She doesn't own you. Now picture this shift. Months pass. You're not the guy she left anymore. You're sharper physically, mentally. You're calmer too, not faking it but really at peace. Maybe you're at a party and she's there. She looks over, expecting that old spark of need in your eyes. But it's not there. You're laughing with someone else, standing tall, not glancing her way every 5 seconds. She's confused, maybe even rattled. Why? Because you're not easy anymore. You're not the guy she could snap her fingers for. You've become the man she was too blind to see before, and it's not about her regret. It's about your strength. The Stoics call this living according to virtue, reason, self-control, dignity. You're not proving anything to her. You're proving it to yourself. And here's where it gets deep, dear viewer. That peace you're chasing is not about her coming back. It's not even about her realizing what she lost. It's about you letting go of the need for her to see you at all. The Stoic philosophers tell us that true tranquility comes from within, your thoughts, your actions, not her validation. So when you stop chasing, stop reacting, and start building yourself, something clicks. That pain you sat in, it's not a weight anymore, it's fuel. You're not waiting for her to define you. You're defining yourself. And damn, that feels good. Like a storm's passed and you're still standing. Let's talk practice, because this isn't just talk, it's action. Next time you catch yourself pining, flip it. Ask, what can I do for me right now? Maybe it's a run, maybe it's fixing that leaky faucet you've ignored. Small wins stack up. When she crosses your mind, don't fight it. Nod at it, then move on. Yeah, I feel it. So what? That's stoic as hell. Acknowledging the emotion without letting it run you. Over time, you'll notice her grip loosening. You're not the guy who groveled for her attention. You're the man who knows his value doesn't come cheap. Look, my friend, I've been that sucker. Spilling my guts, thinking if I just gave more, she'd get it. Didn't work. She took it and walked. But the Stoic wisdom hit me like a freight train. Why am I making myself easy for someone who doesn't see me? You don't have to either. People never value what comes easy, so don't be easy. Become the man she was too blind to see, not for her, but for you. Sit in that pain, control your emotions, and watch how it transforms you. She might regret losing you, sure, but you'll regret nothing. Because peace, real Stoic peace, is yours now. So, dear viewer, here's your charge. Stop chasing. Stop reacting. Build yourself into something she never deserved to have handed to her. The Stoic philosophers tell us that's the ultimate wisdom. Value yourself enough to let go of what doesn't value you. You've got the tools: silence, absence, detachment. Use them. Become that man. And trust me, my friend, that inner calm is worth every damn second of the fight. Stoic philosophy teaches us that the truest power in any relationship lies not in grasping for another's approval, but in cultivating an unshakable peace within ourselves. By embracing self-control and reason, we free ourselves from the whims of others, standing firm in our own virtue regardless of their choices. In practice, this means stepping away from the chase, choosing silence over pleading, absence over pursuit, and redirecting that energy inward, perhaps by reflecting each day on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. The wisdom of the Stoic masters reminds us that this path, though demanding, is universal and enduring. A life rooted in dignity and rationality will always outlast the fleeting turbulence of external validation.